All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Politically Unhinged. As always, I am your host, Unhinged Tony. Right now, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the rhino in the room. Marjorie Taylor Greene is officially resigning from Congress. Yes. So, what does this actually mean for the Republican Party? Does this mean that our entire gimmick is going to be fucked over, or are we actually going to be in a better spot than we actually were not too long ago? Now, there's good news and bad news with Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning. I'm going to be honest, but it's mostly good news. So, with Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning, it is actually phenomenal for the Republican Party because we get rid of this anti Semitic idiot that does not know anything about American politics and refuses to actually back the Republican agenda. Now, you see a lot of people here going ahead and saying, well, Trump isn't America first. Marjorie Taylor Greene was America first. Are you fucking kidding me? MTG was never America first. She was for herself and not for the people of her district. Now, the only bad thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene not going to be part of the Republican Party anymore is that, well, we're losing a seat. That's it. That's the only problem that I have with it. Now, if y'all are wondering why Marjorie Taylor Greene is resigning, it's because she's a little bitch. But plain and simple, she cannot take criticism from Donald Trump. I know, it's weird. Want to know who can back the criticism? Well, AOC can. AOC actually runs with the criticism. She drives for it. She thrives upon it. She actually uses it as a platform. But the thing is that if you can't use it as a platform as a Republican, well, your career's dead in the water. Quite frankly, she didn't have much of a political career to begin with. So, why are people actually upset with MTG resigning? I want to be honest, I have no clue. I don't think people actually are upset. All that you see are these gripers or NFBBs, Nick Fuentes bitch boys, going ahead and go like, oh, well, Trump's not America first. MTG was. Trump is Israel first. The thing is that we make over $500 billion off of Israel a year. Does that really seem like Trump is Israel first in that sense? I mean, it's not my problem. But the thing is that when we're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, or however you want to fucking call her, you can call her an idiot, you can call her a bitch, up to you. But she has been a cancer to the Republican Party. She has been awful towards us. There is no way in hell we should have been supporting her. Period. But if you ask me, yeah, it was good to have her in office just so we had a warm body in there to get us as the majority. But in all honesty, we didn't really need that much. But what do I know? Y'all like to just say that I am just a person in the saying that, oh, MTG is fucking awful. Well, the thing is, she is awful. She's awful for the party. She's awful for everyone. She does not care about you. None of these politicians do. Now, we should be touting that we no longer have this Holocaust denier in Congress. Now, she is resigning by January 5th of next year, which means her seat will be vacant. Her seat will be vacant up until they elect someone new. It will not be appointed. There's no point to. But the real question is that do we really need someone else in that seat? Do we really need someone there? The thing is that the Republican majority is already so fucking small in Congress. So what's going to happen is that we're going to go for. Keep in mind, this is the same Congress that could not agree on who to have as Speaker for a long time. But what do I know, right? We got to talk about this. This is something that everyone needs to fucking hear. But, you know, what the hell's going on here? Don't know why I can't freaking hear myself on here, but we'll just. But whatever. Try to get Discord going. We're just gonna fucking end the stage. Everyone's just gonna have to go to YouTube or Instagram to see us live anyway. So MTG is a fucking idiot. MTG does not know how to take criticism. She goes ahead and bitches and moans. Every single time you bring up criticism to Marjorie Taylor Greene, she can't take it. She does not understand criticism. She does not understand you, the American people. She refuses to take accountability for her own actions. She refuses accountability for her own actions just as much as she refuses to believe in the Holocaust. Keep in mind, she had to go visit the Holocaust Museum in D.C. for her to believe it. Is that someone really that we want in American politics? Is it really someone we want? Or do we want someone that's actually going to put you first and actually represent your beliefs? That's the real question here. But no one's wanting to take that battle. No one wants to go ahead and bring up in arms, going all like, hey, maybe we should be with the American people. The only person that's relatively close to doing that is Donald John Trump. But even he is not inevitable. He is easily getting influenced by the swamp. Second term Trump was supposed to be the term where Trump gets everyone out of the swamp, but the swamp's still here. Makes you think. I thought second term Trump was going to be fantastic, but it's honestly have pissed me off for a long time. But we still got to talk about this Marjorie Taylor Greene bullshit. Marjorie Taylor Greene has not been what she promised to be. She has deliberately made sure that you cannot understand her whatso fucking ever. She deliberately made sure that her only way to getting elected was to ensure that she lies. The thing is once you get into Congress, you're most likely in it for life. But I want to talk about the ramifications of Marjorie Taylor Greene's political career now. With her resigning from office, from Congress, getting the backhand bitch slap from Trump, what does this actually mean for her political career? Marjorie Taylor Greene's political career is in the toilet. There's no coming back from this. If anything, she's going to have to run for local office, try to build her name back up again. But she's not going to be able to hold office again. She may announce that she's running for governor now of Georgia or Senate, but that's not going to happen. She's very unpopular in the state of Georgia. She's very unpopular in her district. But she refuses to acknowledge the point. She refuses to think, hey, maybe I am the problem. Marjorie Taylor Greene has set the Republican movement back decades from her time in Congress. But with her being out, guess what? It's time to steamroll through this bitch. It's time to steamroll. It's time to bring everyone back to the coalition. We got to go ahead and get united now. We're getting rid of this anti-Semitic fuck, this person that did nothing with her career in Congress. We're getting rid of her. And that's the good news. People saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene was America first. What the fuck did she ever do to be America first? What did she do? She did fucking nothing. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about me. She doesn't care about anyone. People elected into Congress are supposed to at least act like they care. But what do I know? I'm just the guy that works in fucking politics telling you what I think, right? But we need to go ahead and digress this information. What's actually going on here? Does this mean Marjorie Taylor Greene's completely done in the political atmosphere? I 100% think so. Unless she's going to be that person that goes ahead and forms a lobby, I just don't see that happening. The only way that MTG is going to further her political career now is by apologizing for everything. But Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't want to do that. According to Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's always right. She always knows what's going on. And she calls you the bad guy. You are the one that's wrong. At least that's according to her. But is this stuff really necessary? I don't know. Are we really going to keep on talking about this? Fuck yeah, we are. We are getting one of these people that definitely backed Nick Fuentes out of the Republican Party. And that's a good thing. We are getting these people out of the Republican Party, out of representation, and that's exactly what we need. We need someone that actually represents our ideals, that actually represents the people that they're supposed to be representing. And quite frankly, everyone in Congress has forgotten that. That's just a fact. It is not an opinion. That is a fact. Everyone in Congress has forgotten who they represent. So if these people have been in Congress for over a decade, what I want you guys to do is one, either primary them or make sure they get the fuck out of there. Congress has been a fucking cesspool of idiots for a long time that don't want to further the American agenda, that don't want you to actually be successful in life. You need to get out there and vote these fucking idiots out. That's what we need. And Luca, what do you mean thoughts on Trump? What do you want my thoughts on Trump on? Gotta be more specific. But this is something that needs to happen. We need to get these people out of office. We need to get out every single one of them. Every single one of these idiots that claim that they represent the American people, we need them out of office. Because they don't. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene has only been in office for about 5 years. She was going on 6. But it's neither here nor there. Luke, I think first term Trump is better than second term. I've been very clear about that so many times on this podcast. And on all my social media platforms. I will say this, one thing I love about second term Trump is that he got MTG out of here. That is one of the best things that has happened to the Republican Party. Yeah. I'm not going to say that it's the best thing that has happened since our foundation when we got rid of the slaves. But goddamn, does this bring a smile to my fucking face. Seeing someone out of here is great. Reason why I think that first term Trump's better than second term Trump, Luca, is that I think Trump was actually trying to drain the swamp up in the first term. Second term, he hasn't really done much. MTG cannot take criticism, and she's a freaking idiot. She hasn't done anything in her time in Congress. She goes ahead and spouts hate and bigotry. She goes ahead and claims that the Holocaust did not happen. She's literally only resigning because she cannot take criticism from Donald Trump. But in all honesty, this is a step in the right direction for the American people, and we need to go ahead and get these people out of here that actually don't represent us. Whether that's primarying these people or just beating them in the general, make sure you get out and vote next election cycle. We need to go ahead and hold a referendum on career politicians. That's what we need to do. We need to hold a referendum on career politicians and get these assholes out of here. That's not what I said. Wanting to release the Epstein files is criticism. That's not necessarily criticism. Trump going ahead and actually saying he doesn't want them to release and then saying he wants them to release was him actually playing a chess move, getting the Democrats on board. But I'm going to, like I said, we need to go ahead. We have to hold a referendum on these career politicians. That's the only way we can make America better. This is the only way that we can ensure that the American ideals gets pushed forward. This is the only way. Yeah. We got to get these idiots out of office. Whether it's a Lindsey Graham, whether it's a MTG, whether it's a Nancy Pelosi, whether it's an AOC, we got to get these people out of here. And we got to elect people in their place like Bernie Flowers. That's the only way we're going to win. That's the only way we are going to get this American First movement off the platform. Now, the American First movement, in all honesty, right now, it is making the same mistakes as the Tea Party. And it needs to go ahead and fix that right now. How do we go ahead and fix it? We got to go ahead and get these low proximity voters out and voting. It's the only way. You got to go ahead. You got to energize these voters, and you got to get people elected that actually represent your ideals. I don't care if you're like, well, this person's not going to go ahead and win. Well, I'll tell you, 9 times out of 10, that person that you think is not going to win is actually going to win. Don't just go ahead and vote for the person that's already in office that's not necessarily getting primaried. That is the only way you win. You got to challenge these people. That's the only way. We got to challenge these people. We got to drive this movement forward. That is the only way. So, this is just a short show because we were just covering the Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning. More to come with updates on Monday's show. Tune in at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where I'll be covering more. Also, tune in on Rumble at 7 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be on Lady Hamilton's podcast, where we talk about what is next for the youth movement. Thank you all. And if you don't want to go ahead and drive the party forward, go step on a fucking Lego, you piece of shits.